So someone just took out Charlie Kirk because he speaks facts. And if you're in here saying it wasn't the truth, you are a they, them loser.
The truth. Just because it's your opinion doesn't make it the truth.
But it doesn't matter what you have going on with you psychologically, you will always be who you were born.
That's why they are trans women. Because they do you guys not understand? What's not computing?
People just think I'm like some gay guy, and I'm like, I'm just very androgynous.
I am born a male. There's no debates.
It literally is, I'm sorry, I can't. Like, it's literally just like night and day, polar opposites.
What does that mean?
Everyone calls me he, she, whatever they want.
that's fine.
Yeah, every pronoun.
Okay, great.
That's why the conservatives like me, because I'm just real.
And they are so picking for the conservatives, and I'm laughing because it's so funny because like, they don't like y'all.
Whatever you think that means to you, I don't care. Label it however you want. Stop trying to label me. So no, I'm not a Republican. No, I'm not a Democrat.
Trump loves everyone. That's just such a bizarre.
Look, my friend's on TV. Yes. Hey, Pooks.
Thank God Trump fixed it, or I wouldn't be able to sell my cosmetics on this platform.
That's the reason that you people like Trump, is because he saved your goddamn TikTok app. It's not really about your actual morals and beliefs. It's just about what benefits you in any given time. Hey, what's up you guys, it's me Luke, and welcome back to another video, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I post commentary, reaction, and deep dive videos on media, celebrities, and influencers. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, then consider checking out my channel and subscribing so you don't miss future videos from me. Alrighty guys, today's video is a little bit more serious of a topic than I usually get into. The topic itself is serious. I mean, the person we're discussing is very unserious. That person being Jeffree Star. It's crazy how just a week ago, I made and posted my video with Jeffree Star being kind of the main focus, to do with just some silly fun beauty guru drama. Oh, how the turntables have turned. What Jeffree is involved with now is so dark, sinister, and disgusting. And I'm here to show it all to you. I have been going down a cave on TikTok trying to find my sources, trying to collect my receipts and put them in an organized timeline of events, because Jeffree Star is on TikTok live 4 times a day. So it was a little hard for me to like tell what happened on what day, but I think I have a pretty good idea. And I've also found other clips from various times in Jeffree Star's digital footprint to prove that he is a liar and a grifter, and he just goes with whatever is popular at the time. Anyway, I feel like I'm like already getting into it, but I feel like we need to like preface it. So literally the day or the day after I posted my last video, which if you haven't checked that out, I'll link it down below, there was this huge political event that took place. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, and I don't really know what I can and can't say because of YouTube's guidelines, but essentially this far right wing political commentator by the name of Charlie Kirk was removed from this earth by another far-right extremist. And I'm sure you, if you don't know, you've probably seen it. You probably live under a rock if you haven't. If you don't know, you can put 2 and 2 together. That's it. I'm not getting into the gory details of that. All I will say is I disagree with everything that Charlie Kirk stood for. And I think that it's pretty ironic that he said that in order for Americans to keep their Second Amendment and right to their pew-pews, that people would have to be pew-pewed every year. So he kind of got what he preached. And also he claimed that empathy is just a made-up term by from the left. But now everyone on the right is like, how does the left have no empathy for Charlie Kirk and his wife and his children? Like, there's just a lot of hypocrisy and a lot of idiot behavior going on the internet. But anyway, I disagree with political violence. I disagree with violence in general. I think it's not necessary. Is it going to keep me up at night that this person is no longer on Earth? No, not really. I do want to say I think it's very interesting how much noise there was on the internet and from the US government about this situation. Where's that energy for all of the children losing their lives in your schools because of your right to keep your Second Amendment? Where's all of that energy for the children who are losing their lives and the people who are losing their lives in Gaza because you're funding the Israeli government? Where's all the energy for that? Where's all the energy for the trans people, the people of color, the immigrants, women, LGBTQ people, minorities losing their rights every day in different parts of your country? Where's all the energy for that? So I'm going to link a bunch of resources and places to donate and educate yourself on these issues down below, the issues that Charlie Kirk fought against. So that's what I'm going to say on that. But anyway, I don't want to get too much into that. I'm not really a political commentator, but if you want to know where I stand, there it is. This is not a channel for somebody who is a MAGA supporter or a supporter of the things that Charlie Kirk believed in, so you can kindly see your way out. But let's go ahead and see the nonsense that Jeffree Star got into, because you're probably like wondering, how does Jeffree Star and Charlie Kirk in the same sentence make sense? Like, what do the two have to do with each other? Well, you would be surprised. Jeffree Star has just about lost his goddamn mind, gone on this tirade on TikTok. I don't know if he's experiencing a level of psychosis, he's having like an episode. I don't know if this is just truly what is believed all along. I don't know if he's saying these things because he's panhandling to the right. Is he trolling? Let's figure it out. I've compiled a bunch of receipts from the past week, ever since Jeffree first started discussing the Charlie Kirk situation and everything else that has unfolded from there. It was a little difficult because Jeffree Star goes live on TikTok like 4 times a day. If you haven't seen my video checking up on problematic influencers I used to watch make videos on Jeffree, we talk a lot in that video about Jeffree Star's transition from being a YouTuber to a TikToker and his TikTok lives and all the nonsense. So yeah, he was on live on TikTok every day, multiple times a day, talking about this and going on rants about non-binary people and trans people. He's just gone full-blown transphobic and MAGA. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's Jeffree Star. The stuff that has come out of his mouth, if you've seen this video I made talking about Jeffree Star's past, you know, you wouldn't be surprised by some of this stuff. But I do think it's interesting how it directly contradicts stuff he said in the past. So I also found a bunch of clips from previous videos that Jeffree has made to prove that he's a liar and a grifter, and he just goes to whatever side of the political landscape or whatever side of the culture is popular and will work for him, so he can continue to panhandle those makeup products. So anyway, that's enough of that. Without further ado, let's get into it, because I'm about to dive in to this Jeffree Star mess. Alrighty guys, let's begin with where it all started. Jeffree happened to be on a live stream when he found out about the removal of Charlie Kirk from this mortal plane. So we're gonna start off with that.
Charlie Kirk was just and is now passed away while he was debating at the Utah Valley College. And this happened while we've been streaming. I'm literally been editing a video. I'm about to upload it right now. And I'm literally stunned. Like, what is going on, dude? For speaking the truth, that's what happened? Are you kidding me right now?
The truth. Just because it's your opinion doesn't make it the truth.
If you watch me daily, we don't really get political in this room.
Oh, how the turntables did turn after this situation. He saw all the praise that he got from the riot and was like, oh, I'm gonna run with this. Okay.
We're all about positivity, makeup, sarcasm, jokes, trolling, clapping back, being fun, okay? This is a grown man who fought for the truth, who went all around our country debating people of all walks of life, walks of religion, walks of sexuality. He debated everybody, and he didn't care what you were. He still had a conversation with everybody.
I personally just feel like the videos I have seen are just like disgusting. Most of it is just trying to own college age kids so that they can be put in some compilation of like the crazy woke left epic fails, and like just radicalizing college age people to the conservative political side and all of those ideologies. I mean, is that what led to what happened?
Why did I respect him? Because he knows reality. And if you're in here saying it wasn't the truth, you are a they, them loser, okay? You are one of those people who doesn't want to live in reality.
This is what's really interesting about this as well, is like Charlie Kirk debated against people for his ideologies that spanned across multiple issues. He was against women having the choice to have autonomy over their own bodies and what they do if they are assaulted, and saying that they should keep the fetus. He's even said that if his daughter was assaulted, that he would make her keep the fetus, and he thinks that he should. He's against gay marriage and says that, oh, I love everyone, I'm a Christian, but I just don't like that lifestyle and that choice. He's said that black women's brains are smaller than white men's brains. Can't even believe that was even a real sentence. He's, said that people who are transgender are just like, He said horrible things about people who are transgender, saying it's not even a real thing. There's only male and female. You are what you were when you were born. Anything else is like a delusion. Anti-immigration refugee, like, you know the drill. You know what those people are like. It's just interesting, out of all of those issues, Jeffree chose to hone in on non-binary people and trans people. The same people who are in the same community as him, the same people who have fought for him to appear on our screens like this. If it wasn't for our trans ancestors and non-binary ancestors and the people in our community who fought for our rights, you would not get to look like this online. You would not get to express yourself like this. You would not be where you are today. It's just incredibly disrespectful.
You want to live in your weird little brain up here. Okay? You are delusional. You are not right in the head.
That's what the right probably thinks about you too, Jeffree. This is something else we have to get into, is this pick-me behavior from conservative, gay, and trans individuals like the Blair Whites and the Caitlyn Jenners. And I'm sure you've seen a bunch of those white twinks on your FYP being like, I'm not like those other gay guys. Like, I'm like every other dude. I just happen to be gay. Like, and they are so pick-me for the conservatives. And I'm laughing because it's so funny because, like, they don't like y'all. They don't with y'all. They would say horrible shit about you if they just saw you on the street or behind your back. But you think because they're nice and cordial with you in a debate or an interview or whatever, that they like you, when it's like, no, you are a token for them. You are a pawn in their game to be like, see, look at this trans person. They think that you guys are stupid and they know that they're a man, even though they've transitioned into a woman. They know that they're a man. They'll literally like say to them, I see these interviews of this person being like, I'm friends with Caitlyn Jenner, and Caitlyn knows I will not refer to her as a her. I will only refer to Caitlyn as he is a man, but I'll say Caitlyn because you can change your name, but you can't change your gender. And then these people being like, I'm friends with a gay person, but I just don't support that lifestyle. They just shouldn't get married. These gay and trans people on the right, they're okay with this? It's like delusional. They go directly against your identity. I can't.
Culture has made it more complicated.
Yeah.
The they and them.
Yeah.
And all that extra that we added during the, because everyone was so bored on their houses, they just started to make up more
stuff.
Yeah.
Like, non-binary people have always existed. This whole, like, it was invented in the pandemic. Use common sense. During the pandemic is when TikTok became really successful and widespread, because TikTok came out in like 2019, so it was only 2020 when it was like really booming. Everyone just has more access to more people. People are able to have a voice and share things about themselves. And maybe, you know, people were trying to figure out their identity. People were going through a tough time. Like, there's a myriad of factors why there was seemingly a boom in non-binary people during the pandemic, but non-binary people have always existed, okay? Like, this isn't a new thing. Just because it's new to you doesn't mean it's a new thing. It's like, you only know what you know. Like, when I was a child, I didn't know what transgender people were. It doesn't mean they didn't exist. Like,
That's why the conservatives like me, because I'm just real.
they don't like you.
Yeah, you do have a conservative
You're not
vibe to
they
you.
and them. You're trans, you're male, or you're female.
And you're standing on that.
So mad when I say that. How are you a they? What does that mean? Stupid is what it is.
Yeah.
But you need someone like me that looks like me to say it. Because if you say it, it turns into you're homophobic, you hate trans people, you hate gays. And it's just how you feel. You don't hate anyone. You just think it's stupid.
See, that's what's interesting. You need someone like me to say it. That's what the right does with you. They use you as a token.
Dear Diary, I wish there was more than two genders, because I'm getting really bored.
How are you a they? What the does that mean?
That's the kind of shit Jeffree used to say in his MySpace days, and now we'll see something he used to say in his YouTube days.
I keep calling you she on accident.
Okay.
Like, Andrew was like, wait, is Jeffree, or what's happening?
I'm just Jeffree, so if you look at me and you're like, damn honey, yes, like, she, everyone calls me he, she, whatever they want to
that's
call me.
fine.
Yeah, I'm an alien.
Every pronoun is okay.
Every pronoun.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. I'll think on some.
You know what that is? That's literally being gender fluid. He, she, they, I'm happy with all, like, you're describing gender fluidity.
You're either a male or you're either a female. That's it. You can play dress up, you can play make believe, you can have psychological issues, but when it comes down to it, it's a fact. And the truth hurts a lot of you, I see.
And at the end of the day, majority of the trans and non-binary community don't dispute that. Most trans women know and will say, if necessary, that they are biologically male. Same thing, most trans men will say, if need be, that they are biologically female. Most non-binary individuals, if need be, will say either they're biologically male or biologically female. That is their sex. Gender is a different thing entirely. Sex is what you are biologically. Male, female, intersex. People always forget about intersex people. And then you have identity, gender identity. Male, female, non-binary, gender fluid. Just like what Jeffree was describing. That what you identify as and your gender, because gender is a social concept, social construct, is different to your sex. You can talk about the science, sure. That's another thing I don't understand with these conservative people. It's all about Jesus and Christianity and what the Bible told you to do. But then they want to bring in science when it's necessary to them and their argument and their ideology when it comes to trans people. But then they don't want to talk about the science when they're talking about pro-choice and how a clump of cells is a baby to them, even though it's scientifically not. You only want to use science when it makes sense for your ideology.
I have to say what I have to say for a second. So to anyone that is trying to make it seem like I said that non-binary people don't exist, I never said that. Record this right now. Never said it. You're putting words in my mouth. I said I don't like the pronouns. I don't agree with them. I never said that they don't exist. Bitch, I'm a freak. I'm a part of the LGBT community. Bitch, I'm pansexual. I'm bisexual.
You know what pansexual implies? Because bisexual is you're attracted to a male or a female. Pansexual implies that you are attracted to all and multiple genders. So by you saying you're pansexual, that means that you do believe in the pronouns and the identity of being non-binary. Because that's literally what like the sexual identity encompasses. That's
whatever you think that means to you. I don't care. Label it however you want.
Stop trying to label me. So no, I'm not a Republican. No, I'm not a Democrat. I'm Jeffree Star. Stop trying to label me. I am a male. I am a makeup artist. I am a makeup mogul.
You know what those are? Labels.
I am a business owner. I am a farmer. I am a rancher. I am a son. I am someone's cousin. I am someone's friend. Stop labeling me.
Okay, slam poetry.
Y'all don't know anything about my beliefs. You just assume. Because I said I was thankful that Trump brought back TikTok, I'm now being accused of being a Republican.
Oh my God, my friend's on TV right now. You guys look. Look, my friend's on TV. Yes. Hey, Pooks.
All I said months ago when TikTok was banned and my business could be affected tremendously, I said, wow, thank God Trump fixed it. Or I wouldn't be able to sell my cosmetics on this platform.
That's the reason that you people like Trump, is because he saved your goddamn TikTok app. I can't. Like, this is what's the issue as well when it comes to politics, is so many people are so self-serving and so arrogant. Like, everything is about them. Who cares if the president is revoking people's status and kicking them out of the country? Who cares if the president is stripping rights from people that they already had? Who cares if the president is not protecting certain individuals and uplifting other individuals based on what their race or identity is? Who cares about any of that? As long as he does what benefits you and keeps your clock up so you can do your TikTok lives and panhandle your makeup. That's all that matters. It's the same thing with these rich people in America. All they care about is that they just don't have to pay as much taxes. I mean, look how that went for you all anyway, because it all backfired with like the tariffs and inflation.
Like, you guys, there will be no more Paul Dow and Jeffree Star streams if they make this app go away. And they were really trying. And Trump does not want this app to go away at all. Trump loves everyone. That's just such a bizarre.
I mean, I think Trump just saved TikTok because he literally just wanted to try and get the younger demographic votes, or to get idiots like you to vote for him, because, I mean, it works!
And they can do whatever they want to themselves. And I pray that they find mental peace, but it doesn't matter what you have going on with you psychologically, you will always be who you were born. How is that even a debate? No matter how many surgeries I get, I'm always gonna be Jeff.
Most trans people are not arguing that. They're born biologically male, then they transition into a woman because that is their gender identity as a woman, but they are biologically, their sex is a male. That's why they are trans women, because they do you guys not understand? What's not computing? What's not computing? That's the whole point.
For everyone wondering, Nikita is transgender.
I am transgender, male to female.
Yes. And it's so cool to watch her transformation and see her blossom into a beautiful flower.
Thank you.
And it's just cool to actually see like you become a happier person.
Yeah.
On Nikita's channel, she has this amazing video where she shows like a before and after and like a journey of getting surgery.
Yeah, that's my biggest video.
I just want to commend you for showing everybody your journey, because it's also helping a lot of people at home that are scared to come out as being transgender or as having, you know, different feelings in their brain that they don't even know how to articulate.
Yeah.
And you're just like free for all, like this is me and I'm like going through this, you know, exciting, you know, huge, you know, you're going through huge changes.
Yeah.
And it's just so cool to inspire others. And I think that is the most important part.
Exactly my point. Like, see how the times changes. When it benefits Jeffree to be a part of the LGBTQ community and in these conversations uplifting trans people, and that benefits him because of his fan base, then he's all supportive for it and he's all for it. But now that he's this like grifter and he's like lost most of his audience because of all the horrible shit he's done, he's literally had to jump completely to another platform, abandon his YouTube channel, now he's on TikTok trying to build up this new audience, and it's not working because this audience that he had at the time stopped supporting him because of all the horrible things that he had done and said in his past that he didn't apologize for correctly. So now he just builds up a new audience with the right and completely changes his political views because it suits him and benefits him. So it's not really about your actual morals and beliefs. It's just about what benefits you in any given time.
It's so great. To me, Nikita is just my girlfriend. Like, she's just a girl. Like, that's how I view her.
Science doesn't lie.
So at one point, your bestie was trans and she was the model in your androgyny palette. And then another breath, a couple years later, it's the science doesn't lie. You're still a man.
Your DNA is still who you are.
We are all not the same breed of, you know,
yeah, and that's always the cool thing, because I think that people kind of have a specific concept of like a certain
They do.
thing.
A lot of people just think I'm like some gay guy, and I'm like, I'm just very androgynous. I love men and I love women and I love transgender people, and I'm down for everybody, you know, so whatever that is.
I am Jeffree Lynn Steininger Jr. That's who I am. I am born a male. There's no debates. There's nothing to say.
It literally is, I'm sorry, I can't. Like, it's literally just like night and day. Polar opposites, just what benefits him. Don't get me wrong, I think the Jeffree now is the real Jeffree. I think this was him being fake. I really do. But it's just, it's hilarious, honestly. And you know what he'll say? He'll be like, people change, they change their minds or this or that. No, you don't jump from talking this way to talking that way. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen if that's truly what you believe and you don't get, there's no ulterior motive or you don't benefit in it any way. That's literally, you're a grifter. You just do what benefits you because all you care about is money and relevance, but you're an irrelevant flop. And these people will drop you. In a couple of years, they'll drop you. And then who are you going to have? You've burnt both bridges.
But like, I'm not a gay dude. I love everybody. So it's like, whatever y'all want to call me at home, call me it. But like, that's just, I'm just me.
This is what's wrong with a lot of you people. You will never get far in life. You are sick in the head.
You're saying that that's what you were like back then. Oh, I'm not a gay male. I'm just Jeffree. Like, she, her, whatever pronouns. I'm androgynous. Like, and now you're going back on that.
Someone just said they're unsubscribing from me. Thank God, please. Because if you believe in they and thems, you're part of the problem. If you're so stupid enough to go against science, please unfollow me. You can be whoever you want to be.
It's crazy because, like, you forget that this even all started with him reacting to the Charlie Kirk situation because he's completely made it all about himself. He's an opportunist.
But there's science and there's facts. You can pretend in your head you're a cat. You can pretend in your head that you're this and you're that. Good for you. You're still only A or B.
They always do that goddamn argument, don't they? Like saying, oh, I identify as a door. I identify as a cat. It just makes you actually sound dumber than you already do, by the way. Because if you can't understand the difference between human beings and the consciousness and the brains of human beings versus inanimate objects or animals, like, yeah, no shocker, animals don't have gender identity. They also don't have sexualities. Oh, yeah, like that, the animal argument to me is just like, if someone, I was talking to someone and they that's their argument, end of conversation. I'm sorry, you have to have a certain level, like IQ level to even have a a worthy debate. And once you start bringing up animals and identifying as a cat or inanimate objects and like comparing that to someone identifying as a woman when they're born male, transitioning into a woman because they have gender dysphoria and they are trans and they were born that way, and you're going to compare that to someone identifying as a cat, that's when you've lost all ability to have a conversation because you're an idiot.
A lot of people are like, well, what does androgyny mean? Now, androgyny, I think, is the definition of Jeffree Star. Since I was a little 8th grader playing with my mother's makeup, I have always been called androgynous, of masculine and feminine characteristics.
By the way, androgynous was just what people used instead of saying non-binary. It's really just like a difference of terms. It's all just a changing of the terms. Like non-binary and androgyny is like two sides of the same coin, really. I mean, obviously the only difference can be is you can be androgynous without the labels, I guess. I mean, if androgyny is just embracing both feminine and masculine aspects, I guess I'm androgynous, but I don't identify as non-binary because I don't struggle with my gender identity. I was born a male, I'm a man, and I'm okay with that because I don't struggle with gender dysphoria, and being a man just isn't that important to my identity. But yeah, Jeffree's just contradicting himself left, right, and center. But it just goes to show how much he changes what his beliefs and morals are just to pander to whatever audience will benefit him and buy his makeup and follow him and watch his videos at the time.
So it's like gender ambiguity can be found in makeup, fashion, sexual identity, gender identity, anything. So that is why I named the palette this.
Gender fluidity can be found in gender identity. Okay, you just said it right there. Because it literally benefited you. You literally profited off androgyny.
Why am I saying any of this?
Oh, good. We're getting back on topic.
Because Charlie Kirk fought for the rights. He fought for the truth.
Jeffree was like, I have to remember this. Like, I'm kind of making this about myself. Let me pander to them and like act so devastated and upset. Where's the devastation for the children who are losing their lives in Gaza? Where's the devastation for the children losing their lives in the schools in your country?
He debated everybody, and you guys cannot argue that. You are delusional and you are mentally ill if you are trying to go against what I just said. I didn't say my opinion, I said a fact. People want to go against facts and they want to be angry. So someone just took out Charlie Kirk because he speaks facts.
Jeffree, what happened to you?
Why is Jeffree on the Piers Morgan show now? He's now a political commentator after just having a TikTok live. Before that, he would say, oh, I don't get political, like we just make it for fun. After just doing a couple TikTok lives where he spoke about politics, all of a sudden, he's now on a political debate. This is how I know conservative people are idiots. This is who you want to bring up in your debate?
Jeffree, what happened to you as a consequence of that going viral?
So about 100,000 people have unfollowed me this week for speaking about Charlie, the entire thing. I can't believe so many people in America are cheering and praising his death. It's honestly disgusting. So,
by the way, I'm not cheering or praising his death, just to make that clear. And I don't think people should cheer or praise anyone's death, but you can't ask people to have empathy for someone who didn't give a shit about their life, their rights, and their existence.
While I was live streaming, I found out about what happened in real time, and it was so horrifying and devastating. I followed him for a few years. Do I agree with everything he's ever said? Of course I don't. But I loved a lot of what he said, and it resonates with me. But the good news is hundreds of thousands of more people have followed me, and they're on the exact same page. So I don't care about the following. It's not about that. I just had to speak my mind.
Yeah, he doesn't care because now he's gaining a whole new following. And it's so much easier. Because the conservative people, as long as you just like say the same rhetoric that they believe, if you continue to spout the same hate speech, if you continue to enforce their ideologies, it's so much easier to just, if you're a grifter like Jeffree, it's a lot easier for him to pander to the far right and conservatives than it is to liberals and leftists, because people who are liberal will hold you accountable for your shitty actions. The conservatives, as long as you keep agreeing with their ideologies and what they believe, they don't give a shit about your racist past, your transphobia. They don't care because they already don't care about that stuff anyway. They already are, most of them, racist and transphobes and homophobes and sexist. So like, it's just easier for him as a grifter to pander to the conservatives. So of course you're happy, Jeffree. You're gaining so much. I believe that. He's probably getting tons of followers and they'll buy his shitty makeup and they'll eat his yak meat. But they'll still call you the F slur behind your back. Make no mistake.
I was honestly horrified because I'm someone that's always been outspoken. I love the truth, and for some reason, people are afraid of the truth. I've been told all week, he would have hated someone like you. No, he would have respected me because I'm my own person and I know how to have my own thoughts.
He would think that you being gay is a lifestyle. He would probably in his head be like, damn, what a mentally ill person. Why is he dressed like that? Like, he would think hateful thoughts about you and you can't tell me otherwise. They're trying to make it out like he was some saint, like he's Mother Teresa or some shit.
Also, is this the same Jeffree Star that said the N-word and called black women nappy-headed?
You don't want the
answer. I know
answer.
this can't be the same Jeffree Star.
Let me answer you.
I've never said that.
MLK.
Please stop lying.
Don't.
We literally have it on video.
There was an allegation from Lucas there that you've used the N-word. Do you want to respond to that? I think it's fair that you respond.
I've never called a black person that. That's been debunked. And the second thing you said, I've never said before. So please stop lying.
We have video evidence of it.
Yes, you have. There's countless videos of it. Here's some receipts. Oh, I remember Jeffree's defense to this in the Shane Dawson documentary is like, that person I said that to wasn't even black. She was white. I was just saying hurtful things because hurt people hurt people. It wasn't about race. Really, then why'd you use a racist slur?
Well, let me say this. I think some people were shocked that I had sympathy. You were shocked that I had sympathy for someone that got, what? So, okay, anyway, as someone who's been on social media for a very long time, I enjoyed scrolling on TikTok and seeing his debates. He was a very intelligent person. And it's so funny that these people never have a real answer. How come they never have a real answer back? He literally is just asking simple scientific facts. Can someone tell me why no one can ever answer a real question? He asked what the definition of a woman was. And that man said back to Charlie, a woman is whoever thinks they're a woman. My brain is losing, my IQ is lowering every time I see one of these people respond to him. My mother told me, play and make up all you want. She didn't take it away. She didn't ground me. She didn't try to force me to play football. She let me be creative and figure out who I wanted to be. She never bought me women's clothing. She never took me to the doctor. She never tried to put me on medication. She never tried to do anything but be a loving parent. And look how I turned out.
Yeah, look how you did turn out. Also, this argument is just so tired. Like, majority of children and teenagers who struggle with gender dysphoria and who are trans, first of all, do not have support from their parents. Statistics show that. Second of all, most parents are not pushing for their children to be transgender just because they don't fit the gender norms of whatever sex that they were born into. Most good parents who support their child's transition socially and medically and follow the parameters with doctors and go through that, they just don't want their child to leave this earth because they're so miserable and struggling so much with gender dysphoria, which is an extremely difficult thing to deal with. This narrative that parents are pushing for their kids to transition or be trans just because they're a boy who likes makeup or a girl who likes trucks or whatever stupid thing you want to say is such a small minority. They always blow up the minority of people. And we're going to get into that conversation because Jeffree just keeps going on this tirade. This is days after what had initially happened.
She didn't try to switch my gender. Are you kidding me? I just don't understand how we've gotten here as a culture. I just don't understand it. There are real trans people on the planet that aren't doing this circus. This person with a mustache.
So now trans people are real. Even though before it's like, it's the science, it's the DNA. You can't change that. You're born a man, you're born a woman, that's it. But now trans people are real. Okay, these are just the trans people you don't like. This is what they always do. They're gonna be, anyway, I'll say what I'm gonna say once he's done with this.
Wants to be called a woman. Okay, well in your circle of friends, they can call you that. But if you go to Walmart and you expect the cashier checking out your groceries to call you a she, you are very, very, very delusional. Like, when I was growing up, a trans woman was not this. They presented themselves very feminine.
Well, that's obviously a cross-dresser. People like Lily Tino or these other men who are co-opting the identity of being a trans woman are doing it for nefarious reasons. Yes, they're not actually trans women. They are cross-dressers. They are mentally ill men, and they are saying that they're a trans woman so that they can, I don't know, get attention, cause rage, be a predator. The point being is that there are horrible people in every group, and these people aren't even actually trans people, but let's say that they're in that group because they identify that way, right? There are horrible people in every group. There are plenty of men who are rapists. Does that mean all men are rapists? There's some gay men out there who are PDF files. Does that mean that all gay men are PDF files? There's women out there who do horrible things to their children and abuse their children. Does that mean all women abuse their children? Like, do you see where I'm getting at here? You know, it's the same thing that the conservatives do. When someone does something horrible in a minority group that they don't like, it's suddenly, oh, all of them are like that. See, this is what it is. It's like that girl who recently, sadly, lost her life on a train to a black man, and then all of a sudden comments are just filled with racism. Why do the actions of one individual have to reflect on the entire group? Because they fit your racist narratives, your transphobic narratives, your homophobic narratives. But when it comes to a white man doing something horrible, a white man did this to Charlie Kirk, but it's not all white men do that. But then when a black man did that to that girl on the train, it's like, oh, there they go again. Are we not seeing the hypocrisy? Same thing can be said with trans people, trans women. Just because there are some men out there who are cross-dressers or, you know, rage bait for attention like Lily Tina or whatever and claim to be trans, does not mean all trans women are like that. Most trans women abhor that behavior.
Yeah, Lily Tino is a male named Nick. And that's what I'm talking about. Is Nick Cantino, aka Lily Tino, that's not a real trans person. So if any of the trans community that thinks I'm actually talking about them and the root of who they are as a culture, I'm not. I'm talking about these dudes who are wearing crop tops and some lip gloss.
But why are you doing that? If you, Jeffree, because you said before, like, trans people are real, whatever. Like, if you actually are supportive of the trans community, it is harmful to bring up these kinds of people. That's what the people on the right do. That's what conservatives do, is they draw so much attention to these men who claim to be trans because they know how it makes the trans community look. And you yourself are doing that too. They put you in that boat. Do you think these conservatives look at you, the ones who don't know what you're saying and that you're on their side, do you think they'll look at you and look at Lily Tino and see a difference? You're in the same boat to them, Jeffree.
And clearly they're men. You know what I mean? That's what I was referring to. But I don't think I fully got my point across. To me, that's a cross-dresser, right? That's not a... right? Like, that's two different sectors.
Then why even bring it up?
A normal trans person living your life. This is a completely different story than what I showed on camera. I showed a dude with a full beard, wearing a dress, and lip gloss.
But if you're talking about trans women, why are you showing someone that you know you can have the levels of deduction to know that that is a cross-dresser, or to know that that is someone who is not actually a trans woman? It's harmful to the community.
So what I'm saying is I don't think even to my core that person is even trans. I think they're lying. I think they're rage baiting. And I think they're doing this for attention because society has shifted. Nowhere have I ever said, I hate trans people. I love everybody, right? But those specific people, like Lily Tino and there's a few others, I don't think they're really trans. I think that
your behavior reflects otherwise. The things that you say reflects otherwise. He's now flipping the script on what he just said in the previous videos. A couple days before. The DNA doesn't lie. The facts don't lie. The science doesn't lie. It doesn't matter what you do. You can identify as a cat. You're either going to be A or B, and that's what you are. You're born that way.
This is all an act, and I think that they're doing harm to the actual trans community.
Yes, they are, and so are you.
You have a Lily Tino in a crop top going into the woman's bathroom with actual children behind in the footage, which even if it doesn't matter who you are, no one should have a camera in the bathroom. Unless you're at a nightclub and it's only adults and you're doing a cute TikTok or a get ready. Disneyland is obviously for kids. We know that. And we know adults love it too, but it's mainly kids there, right?
Right.
Also, why is he even talking about this? This happened months ago. You start off with the Charlie Kirk thing, then you're going to rant about non-binary people, then you're going to rant about trans people. Now you're bringing up the Lily Tino situation that happened months ago, but you love everyone and you support trans people. Why are you bringing this up? I think he's got a lot of disdain and hate for trans people and non-binary people for whatever reason.
So I think that people are acting like Jeffree hates trans people. No. People that are making a mockery out of it, that are pretending to be trans, they are the root. So it's upsetting that people are trying to come for blood for me. Like, you hate us, right? I've had trans people send me death threats today. And I was like, okay. You know what I mean? I get it. They're taking what I'm saying the wrong way. And it's just been very, so that's my thoughts. I think people are then adding on a million things, trying to bring up my past from 20 years ago. And I'm like, this is so off topic.
So he just said that, right? And then like right after that, he then doubles down, changes what he says, and posts this video saying, ever notice how dogs are only born male and female? Once again, using the animal angle when you're talking about trans people, disgusting. And cutting their balls off doesn't make it a female. So you support trans people, but now you're saying that essentially what he's saying is like, oh, even if you have sexual reassignment surgery as a trans woman, you're still a man. Or as a trans man, you're still a woman. Like, you are contradicting yourself in real time. Oh, and then now he's like going on it again. Now he's doing this whole LGB separate from the T.
LGB is separate from Q and T.
Which I honestly hate this narrative. If it wasn't for trans people and non-binary people who were part of the fight throughout history, we would not have the rights that we have today. We're a community because our ancestors have all fought together for us to have the rights that we have today. The rights that are being stripped away from people in various parts of your country. Rights that affect you. If you love a man and you wanted to get married, that right could be stripped away from you. Let's not forget sodomy, aka anal sex, used to be considered illegal. The sexual acts that you participate in, you could have been in prison for. Being gay used to be something that you could be in prison for.
It's two different things. So I don't know why it was all lumped together.
I feel like Q.
T and Q is not a duality. You understand that?
Yeah.
So why was it ever put on the end? To fulfill some weird void? I think it should be two separate things, respectfully. See, I think that people always take everything I say the wrong way because they want to.
Yeah.
But I think that LGB and Q and T should be separate. But y'all put it together for your political agenda, and now here we are. Yay! Velvet Disco, you're part of the problem. You're trying to use old videos of me from the past to justify what I'm saying right now. It's okay to evolve your thinking. It's okay to get older and realize, wow, maybe some of the things I thought when I was younger is stupid. Hey, maybe I was just doing that all for attention.
Who's to say you're not doing all of this for attention? Also, thank you for admitting that you didn't actually care about trans people. Your friend Nikita, she was just a token for you to use, a pawn in your chessboard to be able to sell your androgyny palette. It's all about money and attention. It's so sinister.
And now I'm a little bit older now, and it doesn't matter, and I want to speak the truth. Stop trying to use old YouTube clips against me. It's honestly pathetic. Oh my God, I just can't. I can't. The people in this show. I love it. I'm never gonna not be loud. Stop trying to use things that I used to say in the past. You're stupid.
Okay, that's enough of that. This is just Jeffree's thing. It's always, oh, it doesn't. It's from my past. This is all these people that get canceled and called out for using the N-word and all of their racial remarks that they've made in the past. It's always people change, people grow. How much do you really change and grow? Like, you're still spewing that same kind of rhetoric that you are now. Maybe you're not using the slurs, but you're still going after marginalized communities when it benefits you. I feel like this, I'm like, my brain feels like mush because I just like seeing all of it together. Does it not just like blow your mind how he's completely flipped the script? But at the same time, that's what grifters do. They pander to whatever side benefits them. So that's what Jeffree's doing. Yeah, if you still support Jeffree, I don't know why you would even be on my channel, because the kind of stuff that he stands for is like the opposite of what I stand for. So please don't be here. Watch Jeffree Star's lives. Go give him a galaxy. Go buy his androgyny palette if he's still selling that. Well, that would be ironic. But yeah, I don't know. A bit more of a serious video today. I just wanted to like show you guys all the antics that Jeffree's been up to, because it's kind of hard to keep up with, especially if you're not on TikTok. So I thought this was a way for me to show it to all of you guys. You know, we've covered a lot of Jeffree's career on my channel. I spoke about that in my checking up on problematic influences, and it's just crazy to me how much he changes and is constantly just reinventing himself and evolving when it benefits him financially. I wouldn't be surprised if he announces a palette soon. Or didn't he just recently announce a palette? I think so. It's all about money. It's all about power. It's all about relevancy for him. He doesn't care about morals or values or rights or beliefs. It's all just about what benefits him and his bank account so he can continue to get the surgeries, which, by the way, kind of giving gender affirming care, don't you think, Jeffree? That forehead reduction, shaving down those bones, lip filler, ass shots. Why are you trying to look more feminine? Thought you were a male. Lots of contradictions. Lots and lots of contradictions. But anyway, guys, like I said, I think this has all highlighted how much noise has been given to this situation when there's not as much of that for stuff that, in my opinion, matters a lot more. So I will link down below some resources and places where you can donate, places where you can read up on issues that Charlie Kirk, why do I keep saying Cork instead of Kirk? Charlie Kirk fought against, and so does Jeffree now, apparently, too. I'm, like, really tired. I spent all day scouring the internet to, like, create that situation that I showed you, and oh my god, I need a glass of wine and a nice sleep because that was painful to witness. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below your thoughts, subscribe, and turn on the bell if you haven't. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in my next video. And as always, I hope that you have a great day or night wherever you're in the world. Bye!